Welcome to Daily English Room. Today's topic is hobbies. What's your favorite way to unwind after a busy day?
As a busy mom and teacher, I find peace in reading. Once the kids are in bed, I curl up with a good book, usually a novel or a parenting guide. It's my little escape and a way to keep learning. I'm currently exploring English literature to improve my language skills and to find stories I can share with my students.
Have you ever tried a hobby that surprised you by how much you enjoyed it?
Absolutely. I recently started doing yoga, mainly to stay fit. To my surprise, I found it incredibly enjoyable and relaxing. It's become more than just exercise. It's my personal time to reflect and distress. I even started teaching my kids some simple poses, turning it into a fun family activity.
If you could instantly master any hobby or skill, what would it be and why?
I would love to master the art of storytelling. As a teacher and a mother, I see how powerful stories can be in educating and inspiring children. If I could craft and tell stories that captivate my students and my own kids, I think it would make learning more enjoyable and effective. Plus, it would be a fantastic way to pass on cultural knowledge and values.
How has your hobby influenced your personal or professional life?
Yoga has had a profound impact on both my personal and professional life. At home, it's helped me become more patient with my children. In the classroom, I've introduced short mindfulness sessions, which help my students concentrate better. It's amazing how a few minutes of deep breathing can transform the energy of a classroom.
If you could start a hobby-based club in your community, what would it be and why?
I would start a multilingual book club. Living in Morocco, we have a rich tapestry of languages and cultures. A club where we read books in different languages, Arabic, French, English, and more, would foster cultural understanding and language learning. It would be a great way to bring the community together and support lifelong learning.
How do you balance your hobby with your work and other responsibilities?
As a mother and teacher, finding time for yoga isn't always easy. I wake up an hour earlier than the rest of my family to practice. I've also started incorporating short yoga sessions into my teaching, which allows me to practice while benefiting my students. It's about integrating my hobby into my daily routine rather than seeing it as a separate activity.
How has technology impacted your hobby or leisure activities?
Technology has revolutionized my yoga practice. I use apps to guide my sessions and track my progress. During the pandemic, I started attending virtual yoga classes, which allowed me to learn from instructors worldwide. I've even created a small YouTube channel where I share bilingual yoga instructions, combining my passions for yoga, teaching, and languages.
If you could combine two of your hobbies into one unique activity, what would it be?
I've been experimenting with combining yoga and storytelling. I create narratives that guide children through yoga poses, turning each session into an adventure. For example, we might go on a jungle expedition, with each pose representing an animal or part of the landscape. It's a fun way to engage kids in both physical activity and imaginative play.
How has your cultural background influenced your choice of hobbies or how you pursue them?
My Moroccan heritage has deeply influenced my hobbies. The importance of family in our culture led me to choose activities I can share with my children, like reading and yoga. Also, Morocco's rich tradition of storytelling inspired my interest in literature and narrative. I often find myself drawn to stories that bridge different cultures, much like my own experience of navigating between Arabic, French, and English worlds.
How has learning English influenced or changed your hobbies?
English has opened up a whole new world of literature for me. I've started a small book club where we read English novels, which has become a hobby in itself. It's fascinating to discuss different cultural perspectives with my students and fellow teachers. As for yoga, learning English has allowed me to attend international workshops and even consider getting certified as an instructor. I now incorporate English terms into my yoga practice, which helps my children learn the language in a fun, active way.
If you could travel anywhere in the world to pursue your hobby, where would you go and why?
My dream destination would be India, the birthplace of yoga. I'd love to study at an ashram in Rishikesh, deepening my practice and understanding of yoga philosophy. As a language enthusiast, I'm also fascinated by India's linguistic diversity. It would be amazing to experience how a multilingual society functions, which could give me new ideas for raising my bilingual children and teaching languages.
How do you use social media platforms to enhance or share your hobby?
I use Facebook to manage a group for parents interested in raising multilingual children. We share resources, tips, and experiences about incorporating multiple languages into daily life. For my yoga practice, I follow several instructors on YouTube and participate in live-streamed classes on Instagram. I've also started a small TikTok account where I share quick, fun yoga poses that parents can do with their kids. It's amazing how these short videos can inspire families to be active together.
Have you ever made meaningful connections or friendships through social media based on your shared hobbies?
Yes, and it's been life-changing. Through a Facebook group for multilingual families, I met another mother in Spain who, like me, is raising trilingual children. We started exchanging tips and soon began having regular video calls. Our kids now have virtual playdates where they practice their language skills together. This friendship has been invaluable, offering support and understanding that's hard to find locally. We're even planning a family meetup next summer.
Did you have a hobby as a child?
Growing up in Morocco, my childhood hobby was collecting and pressing flowers. I was captivated by the diverse flora in our local area, from the roses in our garden to the wildflowers in the nearby fields. I had a large scrapbook where I carefully preserved each flower, labeling them with their names in Arabic, French, and whatever English I knew at the time. This hobby not only nurtured my love for nature, but also sparked my interest in languages. I would spend hours with my grandmother, learning the traditional names and uses of each plant. Now, as a mother and teacher, I often reflect on how this simple hobby helped shape my passion for both nature and language learning.
What hobbies are popular in your country?
In Morocco, traditional hobbies like carpet weaving and pottery are still practiced, especially in rural areas. These crafts are not just hobbies but also a way to preserve our cultural heritage. Football is immensely popular. You'll find people playing in every neighborhood. It's more than just a sport, it's a national passion. Moroccan cuisine is famous worldwide, and cooking is a beloved hobby for many. People take pride in mastering traditional recipes and hosting elaborate meals for friends and family. With our diverse landscapes, outdoor activities like hiking in the Atlas Mountains or surfing on the coast have gained popularity, especially among younger people. Lastly, music and dance are integral to our culture. Many people enjoy learning traditional instruments like the oud or practicing folk dances. These hobbies often bring communities together during festivals and celebrations.
Why do you think people have hobbies?
Hobbies are essential for personal well-being and development. They offer an escape from daily stresses and a way to recharge our mental batteries. Hobbies allow us to explore interests outside our professional lives, fostering creativity and lifelong learning. They can boost self-esteem as we master new skills. Importantly, hobbies often create social connections, bringing people together over shared interests. In a world that often prioritizes productivity, hobbies remind us of the importance of doing things purely for enjoyment.
That's all for today's daily English room conversation practice. Thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed this video, like, leave a comment, and hit the subscribe button. See you next time.